Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm Baraszu. I'm a Feldenkrais method practitioner and a drummer, and I want to share with you today a mini movement lesson that'll help your drumming skills. Let's talk about shoulder blades. In a lot of conventional drumming teaching, we hear a lot and we learn a lot about our shoulder joint itself. But there's other aspects of our shoulder girdle, our whole shoulder girdle, that can really help to improve what we do behind the drums if we have more awareness and more possibilities in our movements as a result. So we're going to do something here today, and I want you to first of all play a little bit. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, that's fine, but play a little bit and see as you play if you can even detect any movement at all in your shoulder blades. So what did you find? Was it more rigid? Were you holding your shoulder blades? Did you not feel anything? That's a possibility too. Awareness is what's key here. So now let's do a little bit of something different, all right? And that is, we're going to do a sensory motor exploration, this mini movement lesson, that's what it is. And first of all, just choose one hand that you're going to place under your opposite arm and try and touch your shoulder blade in the back. Keep your thumb together. It doesn't matter which side you do, but you just reach back and kind of try to grab that shoulder blade. If you can only get, under your arm or somewhere on your ribs, that's fine too. What we do is gonna actually improve probably your overall flexibility or your ability to do this movement, to get it a little bit deeper there. Okay, so you got the one hand underneath. You're gonna take the other hand and you're gonna put it more or less wherever it's comfortable again on your other shoulder. If you can, just sort of grab the top of your other shoulder, and that's gonna more or less put your elbows kind of stacked one on the other. Okay, and so as you're here just like this right now, just start to feel that you can turn a little bit to the side, away from or towards the side that is from where you're pulling from. Okay, so as you keep doing that, just notice what feels like, what does your head and eyes feel like they want to do. If they want to go in the direction of that motion, just go ahead and let them follow. And then when you come back to the middle, just rest here and see if you can keep your head in the middle and then move in such a way so you could just look at the video, keeping your face forward, and then you turn your shoulder girdle around your central axis. Okay? And so now you probably really are noticing more of the motion, the adjustments and the movements in the joints of the shoulder girdle, the various joints that are moving in a way that are maybe not quite what you're used to. But if you stay in a gentle, comfortable range, you can start to feel that it gets easier. It gets easier and you can notice more. Okay? And now just bring your hands down and just rest for a moment with your hands down, and then sense like what's one side of yourself. Sitting in the chair, sitting on the throne, from one side of yourself and the other side. What side feels like it's more settled? And then bring your hands back once again. And then start to do the same movement again. And this time, let your head follow, let your eyes follow. See if you can wait for the impulse of the arms that's pulling. See if you could feel that it's not just that you turn your head, but that you wait for the timing. The timing, I mean, that's what we're interested in, right? The timing of the movement, though. This pattern of movement, so that if I gently pull my shoulder a little bit from this side, I start to feel, oh, there's some place where everything just kind of comes together. And it feels like I don't do anything with my head. It just gets carried along. And not only that, but I feel like I get a little bit taller. Okay? All right, bring your hands down once again. Again, this is just a short movement exploration, so I'm not going to get into a lot of details. Most awareness through movement lessons are generally from between about 25 to 45 minutes. So you get a lot of different variations. You get to sort of tune in more deeply with yourself and the sensations, the different movement patterns. So come back again. One hand, the same hand is underneath, the other hand is over the top. Okay, now this time, start to look to the opposite direction. So the time before we went this way, we went with the movement. We were trying to feel the timing of the motion. This time I want you to feel that, is it possible to feel the connection? What would you have to do in order to let your head look over the shoulder that comes forward? Okay? So you have to organize it. This is like bodily organization. It's something that we do a lot in the Feldenkrais method. We think about what are we organized for, and can we do something different? So the shoulder comes forward and I look over the shoulder. So again, it's the timing, right? Okay. All right, bring your hands down. When we do a combination like that, for some people, they might feel like the initial organization of saying taking everything in one direction can actually become a little bit better. So if you do that on your own, notice if indeed, if it does become better, you feel more congruent, more organized to take everything to the one side. So check that out. And now just play a little bit. And what I want you to do is actually focus again on your shoulder blades and whether or not you feel some different kind of support in your shoulders from behind. Maybe there's some movement that's happening that's sort of guiding your strokes a little bit differently. And also it could be that you feel like you're not overworking in your shoulder joint or in other places, which is a good thing. Okay, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.